Yo, what's up everyone, we're Nova here, and today I want to go over the balance changes that are coming tomorrow. I meant to get this out earlier, but I was busy trying to make that trailer and make it as best as it could be. And this might be a lengthy video, but I will try to go over each one. First off, we have Hunters. The Hunter physique is getting buffed, especially with the extra shield. The extra shield gives you an opportunity to shield yourself while casting PAs until you get hit at least 3 times. And for subclass, this would only shield you once, but now instead of shielding you once only, this change you'll be able to shield attacks 3 times instead of once as a subclass, so this is really good. And for partisans, the partisan parry alternate assault basically increases your potency after guarding the weapon action. So the potency, the attack that you normally do as a partisan, that weapon action potency is increased. So yeah. Wire Lance's sidestep cancels should feel a bit better now, along with weapon actions and normals too. There seems to be a shield on Wire Lance's 3rd normal attacks now, and apparently the motion speed. This sounds like attack speed to me. I'm not sure though. The 4th normal attacks for the Wire Lance got buffed. The relaxed cancel timings for sidestep strikes and weapon counters. Increased potency for the final step of the Wire Lance's weapon action when holding down left or right directional input. Okay, so the final slashes, this is when you hold down weapon action for the Wire Lance and holding it either left or right directional input, so that way you can do the AoE attack when mobbing for PSCs, for example. The final slash for that, the potency is buffed, so cool. All the photon arts for Wire Lances also got buffed too, which is nice. For partisans, they only got 1. The thrusting javelin has bonus potency and consumes less PP when holding it, so that's kind of nice. For fighters, Knuckles got buffed in this patch for 2 PAs, basically increasing its potency damage, and that's basically it. For Ranger, the status ailment resistance got buffed, and the blight rounds are a huge one in this patch here. Instead of multiple Rangers fighting each other for a blight war on different targets, you can now shoot blight rounds and it will still affect the same targets. So yeah, that's a nice change. And they also increased the cast speed for when launcher uses its blight rounds too, and the motion speed, which is pretty good because when you try to use the blight rounds as a launcher, it was pretty slow and it felt pretty laggy. So yeah, I'm glad this is inputted, so it should feel a little bit smoother now. I'm gonna test it in game for sure and see how it is. And they also buffed the reinforced active skill for the normals, so the first 3 normal attacks for the launcher is stronger, at least when the reinforced active skill for the launcher is active. Yeah. And for rifles, they got faster or smoother normal attack speed. Motion speed is a little confusing, but yeah, the rifle has smoother normal attacks now, along with the photon arts, and it has for increased potency and relaxed timing, so it should feel a bit better. And all of launcher's PAs basically has increased potency, and that's basically it. So for gunner, its sub skills are buffed. Dodge PP gain, this is a main class only, but now you can use it as a subclass. And the stylish onslaught, this is the weapon action tackle. Basically it has a shield or guard point as they call it here, and now instead of providing a shield that's in front of your character, now you'll get a 360 shield basically. And for rising drive, it's the purple shine after the weapon action, and the potency for it is buffed, so it's pretty nice. And of course, each photon art for the TMGs is buffed with more relaxed attack cancel timing, sidestep cancels, and potency increase, and yeah, that's about it. I'm not reading all of that because it hurts my brain a little bit. For 4s, I think the normal attacks range seems to be extended. I think I remember a bit smaller than Rangers and the Braver's bow. So I think this could be a good change for the normal attacks for the Rod, because I think it was shorter than the ones for Ranger and Braver. That could be me. Rods got extended along with talents. And then for Tectors, the weak element amplifier increases the value of the PP gauge increase for skill level 14 and below when used as a subclass. So the percentages of when charging the PP gauge is faster. So the values, depending on how many points you put into this skill and using it as a subclass, have increased. So it could be better as a subclass now when you want to use your Photon Blast a lot more. So yeah, this is nice. And Awake Ale increases the value of the potency gauge increase for the skill 9 and below when used as a subclass. So yeah, this is basically the same thing. And for techs, most of the techs here have increased potency and adjusted potency allocations, and that's about it for the techs here. Yeah, increased potency for every element here. Yeah, okay. So moving on to Braver. Braver is more focused on the bows this patch, which is good because bow does need it. The katana is already good, so they don't even need to buff it anymore. At least I hope. Unless if people are still complaining that katana needs more buffs, then you do you. But basically for bows, the bow illusion plus. What this is the it's the extra shot that fires when you use a directional input weapon action after a PA. The potency for that shot is increased, and each bow PA has been buffed, and some were fixed according to hitbox wise. That's what I'm seeing here. But yeah, that's it. And for Bouncer, they buffed Pinion Blade, which is great. The Jet Sweep Jolt PP save increase effect duration. The same thing with the Rapid Boost. The sub skill for, I believe these two are sub skills for the Jet Sweep Jolt, right? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, both of them, the effect durations has increased, so that's pretty cool. Yep, they buffed the normal attacks specifically for the 4-step for Jet Boots, and the attack range for the 4-step for the normal attacks, which is cool. And of course, buffed potency for most of the PAs, and the surging ones just adjusted potency allocation. Yeah, I'm not a Jet Boots main, but this is a nice change, and I like playing the weapon. And for Waker, you got more class skills. Retro Friends Rescue, increasing the activation rate, the HP recovery, and the damage reduction is needed for triggering. And the Welfare Management, damage taken rate increased when used by a subclass. So more subclass perks, which is cool. And Heart Marmello short cooldown. Heart Marmello parry short cooldown. Wow, English is hard. Reduce the amount of time that the cooldown is shortened by. So if I remember, this shortens the cooldown by like 5 seconds. I think it's reduced even further, so like maybe 4 seconds to 3 seconds, maybe. But yeah, Waker's looking pretty good though. And for the PAs or familiars, they call it in NGS now instead of like pets. Basically, Fredrin's attacks have been buffed with increased potency and the range, it looks like here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this list. It's quite beefy. I just wanted to give like a quick rundown because there's a lot going into this patch. Baker's got some good buffs. Jet Boots got some nice ones. What else was there? There's a lot of tech buffs or tech adjustments. Well, they also got buffed too, but techs, obviously. Tector's got a good one. Force is interesting. Ranger got a good one with the blight round change. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh, and the Hunter's skill too. Instead of like 1 shield for the subclass, you get 3 now as a subclass. So this is nice. But yeah, and keep in mind that in tomorrow's update, we will also be getting the new skills that were shown from the headline. Even though the majority of the skills that were shown were basically normal attack buffs and some kind of gauge to build up to enhance your attacks or something. But yeah, I did cover the new skills in my previous video, so I'll leave the video in the description so you can check it out whenever you want. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful, even though I feel like it was kind of jank. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you all in the next one.